Welcome to another Dark Nook video. In this video, we're going to the 99-cent store. I wanted to make a video for artists on a budget. When we start off, a lot of stuff in the 99-cent store is just what it is. Plastic gloves, but you get them for $1. You get paintbrushes there. If you're doing something that destroys your paintbrushes, like working with latex or that kind of stuff, this is great. You get decent paintbrushes, 3 of them for $1, the same price you'd pay for chip brushes. You get scrapers for $1. You get folding utility knives. You can get pet tormentors. You get a pet tormentor for $1. You get all kinds of things. Wire brushes, which is great for sculpting. Clamps. There's all kinds of uses for clamps. Again, utility knives. These are what I use for cutting leather for wallets. Zip ties. It's just endless. I'm amazed at some of the stuff you can get at the dollar store. Bungee cords and tape. There's all kinds of tape. Fiberglass tape, duct tape. You don't get a lot of duct tape for $1. It's a pretty thin roll, but hey, maybe you don't need an $8 roll of duct tape for your project. Masking tape. There's $1 worth of masking tape. That's not bad. And there's all kinds of little storage material as well. Like you need somewhere to put your trinkets and your doodads. This little thing's great. Sponges. I get sponges here. I'm making another video right now showing how I convert one of these sponges for use in painting. The dollar store has a lot of little solar light bulbs. It's a solar powered light, which means you have a little solar charger, you have a battery, and you have a string of LEDs. That's $1 for a little bit of electronics. You can take that apart and incorporate it into a prop relatively easily. If you're operating on a budget, you want to cut costs wherever you can. I'm not going to buy a $100 halo light to eliminate a shadow when I can use a $5 desk lamp. You can work around a lot of this stuff. These foam mats, I use them all the time when I'm punching leather. But you can also cut this apart and use it for all kinds of things. You can use it for armatures, you can use it for masks, you can use it for props. This stuff is just great. Dollar store also has a lot of these little craft kits for kids. You know, they're $5 to $10. This one's a beading kit, but you can repurpose a lot of that. You got a craft light. I have a couple of these in my shop. They're a little battery powered. They're great. You just pick them up, put them wherever the hell you need the light. So you don't have to be limited with shop lights. Of course, my camera won't focus on the frickin' price tag, but they're really bright. They're powerful LED lights. And there's tons of little crafting stuff, little jewels and stickers and holy crap, Rick and Morty magnets. Pickle Rick, you know I gotta buy some of these. $1 each for Rick and Morty magnets. Yeah, you're coming home with me. Well, hey, they've got DVDs. What we got here? Santa's little, I don't recognize. Hey, Green Lantern, it's animated, could be interesting. Mike and Dave need wedding dates. That was funny. Let's see here. Scales. What the hell is Scales? Never heard of that. I got two. That's Chris Rock. What's that? Who knows? Hey, holy crap! Jingle All the Way 2. Now I can finally get answers to all the questions that were left open in the end of Jingle All the Way 1. Well, there's a lot of seasonal stuff at the dollar store. Right now they're doing like 4th of July, backyard barbecue, luau kind of stuff. So there's all kinds of things along the lines of that theme. But you keep an eye out because you find stuff like this. This is a little red, white, and blue solar-powered yard light. But it's a solar-powered LED that you can take apart and use in props. It has a solar panel on the top and a little string of LEDs and a light sensor. So it only turns on when it's dark. Plus, get some healthy snacks. Healthy snacks. There's also a lot of parchment paper, cling wrap, aluminum foil. These are all really useful in different kinds of crafting, armature making and stuff. And tons of trash bags for, $3 for 65 bags. Different prices on these for different quantities. But depending on what you're using them for, those bags can be really useful. Bamboo skewers, these are great for armature making. They're useful when you're sculpting. And hey, maybe you make some kebabs. drawer organizers. Just little nooks and crannies, places to keep your stuff. Some crafting foam, big foam balls, little foam balls. Glue gun for $2. Glue sticks for $1. Elastic. Scissors. Sewing kits. Rubber bands. There's all kinds of useful stuff. Glue. All kinds of glues. Slime glue. There's glitter glue. There's silicone glue. That's silicone glue? That's like $6 a bottle at Michael's. Stencils. These stencils are great. Find all kinds of stuff, little rhinestone trinkets. Depending on what you're working on, this stuff can be very useful and repurposed for a lot of different things. They have an assortment of flowers. All kinds of flowers that you can repurpose if you need leaves, if you need textures. Or if you need something that requires flowers that you don't want to have rot. Some of these leaves are really realistic. If you want to make a prop, a little fairy house or something like that, these things can come in really handy. 1,000 cotton swabs for $1. Now these aren't great. Some of them are pretty weird and deformed. I wouldn't recommend putting them in any part of your body, but for painting or mask making or doing mold work, they're great. Plus they have cards here. A wholesome break here. I'm getting a Father's Day card from my dad. Good friend, a great guy, and a great dad. Happy Father's Day. How wholesome is that? Again, more twine, rubber ties, wire ties. These are great for armature making. Combs, brushes. I use these when I put hair on a mask and I can comb it out. I use these cups to mix paint. 99 cents for a stack of cups. Great for mixing paint, mixing latex paint. Sponges, I use these in my makeup kit or for painting masks. These are great sponges. More sponges that I use for painting. These have a great texture to them. They also sell a lot of storage stuff. Now this is mostly intended for storing makeup like lipstick and that sort of thing. I use it for paintbrushes and leather tools, all kinds of material. They have latex gloves, 10 for $1. That's not bad at all if you're working on something you don't want on your hands. They also have scouring pads. These things are great for cleaning out molds, for working on molds, working on something that you don't want to scratch up but you want to get clean. Spray bottles for $1. Again, great when you're painting, you want to do a wash. So here's what I totaled out at on supplies. Got some tape, some rhinestones, some foam balls, got that little light bulb, got a comb set, got that silicone glue, got some stencils, some masking tape, and some bamboo skewers, and some healthy snacks. Well, okay, not that healthy. They sell a regular Jelly Belly jelly beans at the dollar store for $1. Got some scissors and some rubber coated wire. So we take a look at those stencils so you can see what I'm talking about. These are great little stencils for doing airbrush work. If you're working on props that need a little bit of detail work in the paint, depending on what it is. I mean, you're probably not going to paint a spoon on the side of your spaceship, but you may need some designs. There's little squares and triangles and that sort of thing. Different corners, different little symbols. It can be very useful. You get your arrows and stars and little circles. If you need to paint a grill on the side of something or, whatever. If you're doing a cute little sign on a miniature or something like that, these can come in very handy when you're doing airbrush work. So all told, I spent about $12 for all those supplies that I got. And I'm going to be making another video here shortly utilizing most of the materials that I got at the dollar store to make something. And I hope this video has been useful to you. If it has, please subscribe and smash that like button. And as always, if there's any questions you have or projects you'd like to see me work on, leave a comment. And thanks for checking out my videos.